I need the jug, please, big fella.
Yes, madam.
Can we have a little round of applause for Alex? Right, in the next action. Is everybody okay out here, by the way? Alright, let's find out. Remember, power of veto, one time only during the show. No, I'll put him on. Ladies and gentlemen, he's over there. That's all I can do to try and give you details about it. I don't know the man that well. It's time for Mr. Dan Andrews. Make some noise. Welcome to the stage.
Thank you. Just for the record, Alfie, I'm one of the better dressed acts. Just remember.
No, you're not.
Elizabeth, thank you very much for that warm hand on my entrance. It very well proved to be the highlight of my social calendar this week. I'm Dan Andrews. I'm a 54-year-old man. I'm from Hemel Hempstead in the middle of a dreadful divorce. Hey! Oh, thank you. Sympathy. They say if you want sympathy, look for it in a dictionary. It'll be in between shit and syphilis. No, it is dreadful. Right, it's the last night tonight, so I was told to make a bit of an effort. As you can see, I've dressed up a little bit. As I now notice, I really needn't have bothered. For some of you younger people in the room this evening, this is a tie. You may not know this, but it was first observed in the 1660s in Paris, where it was worn by Croatian mercenaries to identify themselves to each other. Now, if you're expecting a punchline to this, there isn't one, because it is a correct, accurate historical fact, and you can share this with your friends when you learn how to tie one. The tie is a remarkably flexible instrument. You can see here it looks quite smart. It's a good idea to get a bit of practice wearing it. You'll feel much more comfortable in births, weddings, funerals, or even the occasional court appearance. But it's also quite adaptable. And now we're getting to know each other. I shall show you here. I now have my festival gear on. You can see me in any one of these mosh pit things that you young people seem to enjoy. But we're relaxing a little bit now, and maybe I can just share a couple of interesting facts about myself.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Shelley. In fact, in your case, it's hardly a new one because I have used this one before. But still, the first interesting fact about me is my knob is the same size as 2 IKEA pencils. And the second fact is I'm currently banned from IKEA. And depending on the socio-economic status of the audience, I'm also banned from Argos. God, I'll just pretend that I see it. Very sweet. So I say, in the middle of the divorce, it's not a particularly pleasant experience. And see, one seems to be shared by a lot of people on the comedy circuit, though. And I've been receiving all sorts of great unpleasant letters from my wife and my wife's lawyers. Ours isn't one of these conscious uncouplings. It's much more sort of fuck off and die kind of exchange. And you know, I've had to remove my belongings from the house. You know, go and find somewhere else to live. When I moved them out, she'd helpfully put half of them in the garden. Some of my more treasured possessions I found in the bin, which I thought was very thoughtful as it was raining at the time. But I've taken them all away, and I'm starting to make a new life for myself, which is quite challenging. I've had to come to terms with the life as a bachelor again. I don't know how many times a year you're supposed to wash your laundry, and your bedding, things like that. But I can while away afternoons in the lounge, trying to hoover over the same piece of paper on the floor from as many different angles as possible without picking it up. And in a moment of extreme boredness and a lack of funds, the other weekend, just for fun, I went on the internet and I ordered a chicken and an egg at the same time. Thank you for getting it. But still, I'm sort of rapidly running out of time here. I just want to tell you one thing about my divorce. It's going to be really rather unpleasant. My wife called me and said, I want to see you and speak to you. I said, I don't think you understand how a divorce works. The idea is I never see you and never speak to you again. She said, no, I want to see you. So I drove up to the family house and admired everything that I was still paying for. The children weren't there, the dog wasn't there. I was invited into the kitchen and I sat down and she said, do you want a cup of tea? She said, do you think I'm going to fall for that? I said, no. They said, what is it? What is it that's so fucking important I have to come all the way here for you to talk to me? And she said, Dan, she said, I've got something to tell you. She said, I've started seeing another man. Now that's not a great moment not a great moment in a man's life. And all sorts of thoughts ran through my mind. I don't know why. The only thing I can think of saying to her is, well, has he? And she wouldn't look me in the eye. She looked down at the tablecloth, and her head nodded, barely perceptibly. And that was the moment. That was the moment that I knew that another man had used my fucking lawnmower. There's a lot more of that than I'm at the time. I'm Dan Andrews.